Shalom, shalom. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. All praises to the Most High for allowing us to see another day above ground. For anybody that's tuning in, make sure you hit the like button, share, subscribe. But I just want to bring forth a message, just been on my mind. The real reason why you don't have friends. This is like people that feel like they can't make friends or can't keep friendships, relationships, or whatever. You may seem like you lonely, but sometimes it's part of the Most High's will for you to be in that state of life. You may find it hard to make friends, or you can't keep friends, or you end up being friends with fake people, or you being in these fake relationships and marriages that wasn't meant to be or ordained by the Most High. You got to understand, most people are walking in darkness. Most people care about the ruminants of this world. You as a set apart one or a chosen one, if you are ordained by the Most High, if you feel like you are set apart, you can't fit in with the crowd, you have a hard time relating to most people, that's lost, because the Most High has it that way for a reason. And sometimes it will frustrate you. I understand, saints, it will frustrate you because, I'm speaking from experience, but you got to look at the bigger picture. The Most High, he's still working it out in your favor. You just got to trust in him. Trust in the Messiah. And know it could be difficult sometimes because due to the world we live in right now, we get to see everybody's lives on display on social media. And that's why I always preach that you got sometimes detox from social media, especially like Instagram, Facebook. You got to deactivate those accounts sometimes. But yeah, just because you can't make friends or you tried making friends with people, sometimes the Most High will allow people to come in your life, whether it's through friendships, relationships, to teach you. So these people could teach you. Yeah, it's going to hurt, but it's all part of the process. It's all part of the process, and you just got to trust in the process. Because at the end of the day, the Most High, he owns everything in this world. He's above everything. He's bigger than your problems. He's bigger than other people's problems. He's in control at the end of the day, whether we like it or not. Yah is in control. So I just want to say, don't give up. You still got to live your life. You still got to enjoy yourself. And in the right time, the Most High will send the right people in your lives. Now this message is for anyone. I'm on here sharing this message is for anyone who want to hear. But yeah, if you are so-called set apart, especially if you walking in this truth, if you trying to follow after the Most High and live like Christ, you're not going to have friends. It's going to keep it a buck. You're going to lose. You're going to lose friendships, relationships. You're going to get rejected. But it's all part of the Most High's plan because he's going to lead you to somewhere better. You just got to trust in the process. Because you got to remember what Yeshua said in Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. He says, "Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be there of his own household." So especially if you trying to walk upright, if you're a man or woman of righteousness, your own foes going to be in your own household. Whether it's your parents, your children, siblings, you just got to take it with a grain of salt and man up, woman up, trust the Most High in Christ. Peace and blessings, James. Peace and blessings. But yeah, if you're having a hard time, making friends out there around, you got to look at it like this. The way the world is today, most people are fake. Social media got humanity jacked up mentally. And you got to look at it like this. When you see somebody that has a lot of friends or surrounded by a lot of people, they can't handle being alone. They can't handle being by themselves. And when you just observe, if you got good spiritual discernment, you see a group of friends, you could see that jealous friend. You could see that friend that's plotting on that person, So you got to look at it like this when you got to use wisdom. it's better to be by yourself and have no friends than to be around fake friends and you still feel alone, because you have a lot of people in that situation. You got people in marriages, relationships, friendships, and they still feel alone because they're not walking according to y'all's understanding. Let's go to the book of Proverbs. Let's go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 3. Let's go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 3. Starting at verse 5, and it reads, trust in the Most High with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. How many of us have the courage to say, oh, Most High Yah, direct my paths today. Direct my path, walk my path, lead me to where I should be, in Yahshua's name. Most people in the world don't have the courage to do that because they want to march to the beat of their own drum. That's the model they pushing in society. Oh, you got to follow your heart, march to the beat of your own drum. No, the scriptures say, trust in the Most High with all thy heart, not a small percentage, with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Verse 7, be not wise in thy own eyes. Fear the Most High and depart from evil. Be not wise in thy own eyes. Fear the Most High and depart from evil. See, most people out there, they don't fear the Most High. They want to be wise in their own eyes. They want to play their own God. They want to be their own God with a little G. You know, they want to do what they want to do. And I understand the Most High, he gives us free will. But just because he gives us free will, that doesn't mean we should be able to do what we want, because there's going to be consequences. There's going to be consequences. You know, there's going to be consequences. Straight up. But yeah, the reason why you can't have friends, because you walk in the righteous path and you're a chosen one. You're anointed. Most anointed ones and set apart ones, they're gonna have a hard time making friends, getting into relationships, you know, because the Most High don't want you to give your energy and everybody to be around. You know, you're not meant for everyone. If you favored in the eyes of the Most High, you're not gonna be for everyone. And I know it could be difficult. You know, you got a lot of you know, it's gonna be difficult because you want to, you know, it's natural that you want to have friends and you want to engage with other people. That's human nature. That's human nature. You know, you know, or you're a single sister or a single brother, you want that companionship, you know. And some of y'all, a lot of people in the world, they in unequally yoked marriages and relationships. They in unequally yoked. And you gotta look at this. Just because you see people getting into relationships and marriages on social media, that doesn't mean it was ordained by the Most High. You know, that's why I was saying earlier, sometimes you gotta detox from all that social media. You gotta detox from it. Straight up. But yeah, be not wise in thy own eyes. Because that's what a lot of people, they want to be wise in their own eyes, and it leads to their own ruin. It leads to their own ruin. Straight up. But yeah. And you got to stop focus on others. Focus on your own self. This goes for anyone. Focus on yourself. Self-improve yourself. Make sure you getting right with the Most High in Christ, you know, trying to be obedient. But yeah, don't feel like, and you know, some of us, we may feel like we left out because we not, you know, and that's why I say sometimes it's good to get off of social media, because, you know, sometimes the enemy, he will come through and play on your mind. Oh, he gonna put the thoughts in your head. Oh, you not at where you want to be at because you see other people. Seems like they getting ahead of you in life, but you don't know what they got going on spiritually. They could be leading. They could be going. They could be on a pathway straight to hell, and you thinking they got it going on, and you feeling bad for yourself because you don't have maybe that high paying job, or you may not be in a marriage, or you may not have a new car. That person could be driving a 2024 car with a high paying job or decent money, and you might be still stuck at your 9-to-5 job driving a 2012 car. But you don't realize you could be on the right path spiritually, but that person you comparing yourself to, they could be on a highway to hell. They could be on a straight path to hell. But you want to be like them. You got to check yourself, brothers and sisters. Sometimes you got to check yourselves, because everything ain't peaches and cream. Yeah, it's all smoke and mirrors. It may look like it's peaches and cream on the outside, but on the inside, it's a world. It's a hot mess. It's chaos. And you gotta understand, like my mama always tell me. My mama always tell this to me. Sometimes it's not your season. It's not your season. And that takes me to Ecclesiastes chapter 3. It may not be your season yet, brothers and sisters. Just because it might be somebody's season, it's meant for them to be their season. Your season coming. You just gotta have faith. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, and it reads, "To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get and a time to lose." So yeah, you might have a few losing seasons, family, but don't give up the race, because it's a race. It's not a race, it's a marathon. You got to keep on going. A time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time of peace. So you see, that was Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verses 1 through 8. That sums up life itself. I call them a few verses the song of life. That's the song of life. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verses 1 through 8. That's the song of life, because it describes life with a perfect explanation. Hallelujah, indeed. Shalom and blessings, Sister Nitya. Salutations to your sister. Yeah, it may not be your season, but your season will come if you trust and be obedient to Yah and have faith in the Messiah, Yahshua HaMashiach, who we call Jesus Christ in the world. But we understand who he is according to the word, not according to religion, because religion gives us the false image of Jesus. We want to know Jesus of the scriptures. We want to know the Most High in Christ through the scriptures, not through man-made religion, not through word of mouth. We want to know through this word. If you want to know who they are, you got to read the word. Simple as that. Yah blesses us with common sense. But a lot of people forget that the Most High blesses us with common sense because they choose to be followers. And that's a big issue. The reason why you probably don't have friends or can't make friends, because you're not a follower. You a man or woman that stand on high principles. And you're not easily persuaded to follow these meaningless trends out there. Yeah. You ain't gonna follow these meaningless trends. The reason why you don't have friends, because like I say, maybe it's the Most High's will for you not to have friends. He want to make the right people come in your life. He don't want you to just be surrounded by all this negative energy and low vibrational people. What's good, Yaquaba? Big salute, my brother. Big salute. Got brother Yaquaba in the building. Brother Yaquaba in the building. Yeah. And don't fret over it. Because like I said, when you see people with a lot of friends, that should be a huge red flag. If you see this person surrounded by a lot of people, That's a red flag, because you best believe, say like you see this person surrounded by 5, 10 people. You know most of them people ain't loyal. The majority of them people are fake. You will probably have maybe one real one out that bunch, but you got one of his friends or one of her friends, they plotting against her. They trying to get this brother lined up, especially if he elevating in life. And that's the thing. They see you elevating in life. You got a lot of friends, and you elevating in life. Them friends gonna become haters. They're gonna be haters overnight. But if you this person that's just doing your stuff low key, you striving and thriving, you trying to walk the right path, and the Most High will open up new avenues for you. You ain't gonna have to worry about too many haters. And then the world, well, let me rephrase that. Yes, you might have to worry about a few haters. That's when people gonna start noticing you. When you start rising up and doing things in life, they gonna want to try to come back in your life, or they gonna want to come in your life. You're gonna have all types of new people want to come in your life, but you gotta have that spirit of discernment. You gotta try the spirits, because everybody ain't meant for you. Everybody ain't meant to be around you neither. And that's just the harsh truth of life. That's the harsh truth of life. And you gotta understand, you gotta understand, you can't serve two masters. And most people that want to be seen and want to be the light of, they want to be like the life of this vanful world, they serving the wrong master. Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve Yah and Mammon. That's right. Let's jump down to verse 33. Let's jump down to Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. And it reads, but seek ye first the kingdom of Yah and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. That's right. Seek the kingdom first. And most people ain't trying to seek the kingdom. They trying to seek the kingdom of this world. They trying to seek the kingdom of this world instead of seek the kingdom of the Most High. And that's why that's another issue, you having trouble making friends or can't get into friendships, relationships, or whatever, because you seeking the kingdom of the Most High. You're not too busy seeking the kingdom of this wicked world. You're trying to seek the kingdom of Yah because you striving for righteousness. Let's take it back a chapter back. Let's go to Matthew chapter 5. Let's go to Matthew chapter 5. And we're going to start at verse 3. Matthew chapter 5, we're going to start at verse 3. And it reads, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. You might have a few seasons of mourning right now, but you will be comforted through the Ruach HaKodesh. Remember that. Sometimes you're going to have a few mourning seasons. That's just life itself. You're going to go through something. You're going to go through a lot of pain and anguish and tribulation, letdowns and disappointment. But know this, Yah is always there, waiting for you to knock on his door. Your dad in heaven is waiting for you to knock on his door. And your big brother Yahshua. They ain't going to forsake you. You may be forsaken by all these false friends. Your family members going to forsake you. Some of y'all parents are forsaking y'all. But know this, you have your heavenly Father. If you trying to do his will and walk upright, he ain't going to forsake you. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are they which hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see Yah. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of Yah. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and say all mean and evil against you, and say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, For great is your reward in heaven. For so persecute they the prophets which were before you. Hallelujah. 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 That's right. So don't take it up. Don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged if they don't want to be around you, if they want to persecute you, you know, count it all joy. Because like I say, you on a path of righteousness, and like I said, you don't want to be surrounded by a lot of people that's on their way to hell. You do not want to go to the hellfire. You do not want to get caught up in the wrong side of the tribulation. What's good, brother? Amir Carter. First time catching the live. Shout out to you, Moshe. Been checking out your archives. Keep teaching, brother. Been learning a lot from you. Appreciate that. All praise to the Most High. All glory to the Father. All glory to the Father in heaven. Long live King Yeshua HaMashiach. That's right. But yeah, you know, if you if you're a young brother or sister, like if you're in your 20s or early 30s, or even if you like, even if you're a teenager, don't try to fit in with the crowd, because most people, they on the wrong path, and they can still come to the right path, because it's not too late. But most people in the world, they don't have the courage to walk on their own. They don't want to. That's why I see. Matter of fact, let's go there. It's always good to let the word speak. Let's go to Matthew chapter 7, and they're just gonna prove my point. Let's let the word prove the point. Let's go to Matthew chapter 7, verse 13, and it reads: Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go therein at. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. Whew, man, that's let you know right there. Only few. It's only a few people that's trying to seek out this knowledge through the scriptures. It's only a few people that's want to seek the Most High in Christ. And broad is the way. When you think about broad, it means wide. It's many. Many are entering through the wrong gate. Many. Because like I say, the majority of people in the world, they want to be followers. They don't want to be leaders. They don't want to, the only thing we're supposed to follow is the good shepherd, which is Christ. We're supposed to follow the good shepherd, which is Christ. But most people, they want to follow the false god of this world, which is the enemy, Hashatan, Satan the devil. They think it's cool to follow these social media trends. We living in a society that is depriving of morals. It's like if you talk about being a moral person, they look at you like you public enemy number one. Oh, you lame. You a good at two shoes. Oh, you stuck up. You a stuck up girl. Oh, you uppity and all that. Just because you want to promote living a righteous lifestyle. But if you out there being a goon, out there being a fast woman, out there being a trap master, trapping, what they saying, or being out there on demon time, oh man, you get all the praise in this world. They treat you like, man, you the king or the queen. If you out there, being on demon time, dotting it out, man, dugging it out and dotting it out, TNT, dug and dot culture, man, which is destroying our people. TNT equals explosion of the so-called black community. If you out there doing those meaningless things, you get all the praise. You get all the celebration. But if you saying something about this word, if they see you walking set apart, they gonna avoid you, because you know why? As them demons, they see that light in you, and that powerful light through the Holy Spirit. Them demons can't stand that. So that's gonna be a true reason why you can't make friends, or you gonna have longer friendships, because the Most High might have the Holy Spirit in you. You just don't see it yet. But the more you get closer to the Most High and pray, fast, and believe in the Messiah, you start to see it manifest, and you'll see the unclean spirits manifest in people's face. Even if you just say, you got some people get offended if you just say, praise the Lord. You just be out in public, you be in the public around, you say, Thank you, Jesus. They get offended. Or just praise the Most High. All praise. You give them all praise to the Most High. They'll be like, yeah, especially you start saying the Hebrew lingo, like all praise to the Most High Yah in Yahshua's name. Man, the religious folks, man, they'll start cringing. The Catholics, the Baptists, man, these highly religious, even some Israelites. If you say glory to Yahuwah, even some Israelites are cringe because you ain't saying Yahweh, or you're not saying Ahia, or you're not saying Yahweh. Like I say, I'm over that name bullying doctrine. I've been past that. You got some Israelites, they still struggle with that in 2024. And that's a shame. You got some Israelites been in this movement longer than me, been in this so-called truth longer than me, and they still on that name bullying doctrine. That's showing you they not growing in spirit. They not growing in spirit. You're supposed to grow in spirit, but they not growing in spirit. They say, oh, you got to say the name like this. If you don't say the name like this, you can't be part of our congregation. We're kicking you out the camp because you ain't saying it like this. Or you keeping we do the lunar Sabbath around here. We do the lunar Sabbath around here. You doing the 7-day Sabbath? I mean, all kinds of hot mess, man. That's why I say you got to read the word for yourself, family. You got to read the word for yourself, and ask the Most High for wisdom and understanding. And he'll give it to you too. He ain't gonna give it to you overnight. He'll give it to you. You just gotta be patient. That's one of the fruits of the spirit, being patient. Yeah. But yeah, and that's the real reason why y'all set apart ones, chosen ones, and whatever set apart ones, or even believers. You got to realize that it's all a part of Yah's plan, but you gotta realize he's gonna work it out in y'all favor. He's gonna work it out in y'all favor. You may not see, but he's gonna work it out in y'all favor. You just gotta be obedient, have faith, and do your part. And do your part. Because most of the friends that you try to make, they don't want to hear this. They don't want to hear this word. They want to entice you to do wickedness, which take us to Proverbs chapter 1. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 10. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 10. And it reads, my son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood. Let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause. What that sound like, y'all? When you come across people saying, oh man, we're going to wait. That sound like, when I'm reading these verses, that sound like they trying to line somebody up. And this is in the Bible, man. Let me read that again. It says, my son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood, meaning an ambush, a setup. Let us lurk privily or privately or secretly for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave and whole as those that gone down into the pit. We shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Cast in thy lot among us. Let us all have one purse. Meaning they robbing somebody. Man, that's talking about lining somebody up. When and that's what goes on today. That's not friends. That's people that's trying to get you caught up on the wrong side of the law. And like they say, it's easy to get into trouble and hard to get out. And that is true. Verse 15, my son, walk not thou in the way with them. Refrain thy foot from their path. For their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird. And they lay wait for their own blood. They lurk secretly for their own lives. So are the ways of everyone that is greedy of gain, which taketh away the life of the owners thereof. Talking about an ambush, talking about lining somebody up. You see, ain't nothing new under the sun. That's why I can't stand why people trying to kick against the Bible and say, blah, blah, it's a book of fairy tales. It's a book, y'all believe in that sky there, Jesus? Man, this book is the truth. Because when I just read those few verses, man, to me, when I think about 2024 in this modern day time, that sounds like they trying to line somebody up, kill that person, and take their money, take all their jewelry, and share the spoils amongst each other. That's what that's talking about. It's talking about robbing somebody, an ambush, highway robbery, bandits, because you gotta look at back like in the ancient world, like during the biblical times, they had bandits lurking the highways, some of the nobles, some of the people that had like the merchants. Some of the merchants, they probably had to hire like mercenary or had soldiers to protect their caravans, from bandits. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Yep, that is an ambush. I like the book of Proverbs. That's why I tell people, if I tell it to anybody that want to start reading the Bible, I tell them read the book of Proverbs and Psalms. If they don't know where to start in the Bible, I tell them read the book of Proverbs. It's going to teach you life lessons. It'll teach you nothing but life lessons. Straight up. Mm-hmm. Yep. But yeah, don't be sad because you ain't that popular person. You ain't the life of the party or whatever. You don't have a lot of friends. You probably don't have a lot of contacts in your phones like that. You may feel lonely. You got to rebuke that. You got to still go out there and enjoy yourself. You got to give thanks to the Most High. Y'all, you still, go in nature. Go out there in nature. Go outside. Go outside. Come outside. Go outside to do positivity, though. Don't go outside to do nothing negative or no buffoonery. But yeah, sometimes you got to go out there. Go to your nearest park. Go dwell amongst the trees, breathing some fresh air, because a lot of people, they live on the internet too much. A lot of people live on social media. You got people on YouTube all day talking about other people, beefing, spreading unnecessary drama because they miserable. They miserable at the end of the day. They ain't have nothing going on in their life. If they'll just get off of YouTube for a week, they'll act like that's going to hurt them. If they're telling them to get off of YouTube for at least a week and go outside and go in nature or go do something fun, instead, they'll probably lose their marbles because they so busy spreading drama on YouTube and getting into internet beef with these other content. I mean, it's nonsense, man. Life is bigger than that, And you like in certain sectors of YouTube, especially the so-called black sector, ain't nothing changing. It's like it's numbered the unnecessary drama. You got middle-aged brothers and sisters on there still acting like they're in high school. And that's pitiful. That's straight up pitiful. Yes, indeed. It's pitiful. And you can't make friends with these internet people, because they put on a mask. They'll put on a mask, and behind the scenes, once they reveal who they are, you gotta believe that. You got to believe that. Mm-hmm. You have to believe that. Because as long as they show you their homes, you best believe it. Let's see, got kicked off a channel, and it seems a shadow ban in the chat for saying Yahweh. Man, YouTube, man, you can say Yahweh in my chat room. I don't know what's wrong with YouTube. Like I say, YouTube, you can say Yahweh in my chat. You just said it. Look, I'm posting it now. Or unless that was on the other channel, unless that was on the other channel. But yeah, over here, you can say Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Like I say, I'm past that name bullying Israelite buffoonery. You got elders, they still on that. You got elders in this so-called truth still on that. Oh, you don't say Yahweh, you can't come to my fellowship. Or you don't say it like this. Or you don't say Yahweh or Yahweh Shai, you ain't gonna get on the chariots like the camp Israelites in New York. The chariots gonna zap you. If you still saying Yahweh when them chariots come, they gonna zap you. I'll be like, Negro, who gave you the authority to say who the chariots gonna get and who the chariots ain't gonna get, Negro? You better worry about making sure you getting right. You talking about the chariots and stuff. You better worry about getting that light bill paid. You got some of these wicked elders and camp dudes. They talking about this and that, the destruction and stuff, but they still struggling to get their light bill paid or their Wi-Fi bill paid because they don't have a job because they some bummites. They want to mooch off of gullible people on YouTube. But it is what it is. Yep. And another thing, Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. And that seems to be an issue amongst Israelites. You know, whether they're in the truth or whether they're in the world. Man, the lost brothers and sisters, they want to envy the oppressor. You know, they want to be like Scarface. You got a lot of brothers idolizing Scarface, a fictional character. They idolizing Tony Montana. You know, they want to be like Scarface. And in the 90s, it was Nino Brown. You know, they want to be like Nino Brown, you know. You know, they want to be the shot caller. But envy not thy oppressor. Choose none of his ways. You know, because it's going to lead to destruction. It's going to lead you to destruction. When I got kicked out for calling me a troll, I had to fight my flesh to go back to the channel on. I didn't think. Somebody calls you a troll, you ain't no troll. How they gonna say you're a troll? You're Quab. You got a Hebrew name, you're Quabble, and that's your real picture. They gonna call you a troll, and plus you do music. You know you're a musician, man. So they got their priorities messed up, bro. And first off, they on the channel, all they had to do was go investigate your channel, and they could have tell you wasn't no troll. Because most troll accounts, they ain't gonna have content. They're gonna have a random picture or they're gonna have a crazy, stupid name, and they ain't gonna have content. They might have a few subscribers, but they could be bots. Yeah, so they're gonna call you a troll. Yeah, they discernment radar is off. They don't got good spirit discernment because all they have to do is go investigate your channel, get one of their moderators to go investigate your channel, and they say, oh man, this brother's legit. He ain't a troll, he got content. He do music, he do some awesome music, he do lessons. You know, he ain't a troll, he legit. But no, they refuse to do that because they lack discernment. Mm-hmm. They lack the discernment. That's all that is. And they misjudged Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1, and it says, a false balance is an abomination to the Most High, but a just weight is his delight. Let's read that again. A false balance is an abomination to the Most High, but a just weight is his delight. And that just makes me meditate on the so-called injustice system in this society. You know how many of our brothers and sisters was dealt a false balance in these courtrooms? You know how many innocent brothers that's in prison for crimes they didn't do it because they was at the wrong place at the wrong time, and a false balance was passed upon them? That's an abomination in the eyes of the Most High. They didn't use a just weight. You know, when you hear stories about brothers getting finally free from prison, they served like what, 20 years in prison, but they didn't did the crime, and now they want to offer them, say like they was sent to prison in their 20s, and they did about 30 years, and they like in their 50s, close to 60, and they getting out because they found out they wasn't they was clear of all charges and they was innocent. I don't care if you give him $20 million, that's not gonna give him his life back, those years he lost. Though I don't care if you give him $1 billion, you could give him $1 billion. That's not gonna be able to buy back those lost years that he served behind bars for something he didn't do. Because he was dealt a false balance. Like I just read in Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1. And there's a lot of that's going on in the courtrooms, a false balance. A false balance is an abomination to the Most High, but a just weight is his delight. But they don't hear that, though. They don't hear it, though. Oh, wow. Say, what? Did you see what happened in South Africa? How they voted a white man to rule over them? Say, what, brother? Yaquaba? Are you serious, brother? What the heck? No, I didn't hear about that. You just brought that to me, brother. Did you see what happened in South Africa? How they voted for a white man to rule over them? Wow, that is pathetic. First of all, he's supposed to go try to rule over somewhere in Europe. How they gonna vote for a European to rule over a South African country? They couldn't get a South African, a native. You're supposed to get somebody that's native of that country. But like I said, a lot of Hamites, man, you know, they kiss up to the Europeans, though, a lot of these Hamites, and that is the truth, you know, because a lot of Africans, you know, unfortunately, you know, WS affect the world, man. WS affects all continents of the world, you know, and mainstream media promote the standard of beauty is white, you know, and so you have a lot of sisters in Africa, you know, in the Caribbean, they want to bleach their skin. And I'm against that, man. Don't bleach that melanin. You're killing yourself slowly when you're bleaching your skin. You're stripping off that precious melanin. You know, they too busy trying to get dark like us with the suntan, but you got some of our people want to lighten their skin up. That's why I say this colorism BS. You know, this is new age buffoon, because back in the ancient world, they probably didn't dealt with that colorism BS, you know. But like I say, due to mainstream society, they figure the standard of beauty got to be blue eyes and blonde hair. When we know that the first creation wasn't no blue eyes and blonde hair, the original man and woman. Because when we take it back to Genesis chapter 2, verse 7, let's go there. It's always good to prove things with the scriptures. In Genesis chapter 2, verse 7, and it reads, "And the Lord God formed man out the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul." Now, key word, "And the Most High Yah formed man of the dust of the ground." Now, I want y'all to think, when you go outside and dig in the ground, dig in some dust, what color is dust? You got different shades of brown on the dust. But when you dig in the ground, when you dig deeper in the ground, now when you digging deep in the ground, the soil, the dirt, the soil is gonna get darker and darker. So I rest my case there. You know, the first man, you know, he was created out of the dust of the ground. Come on, he had to be melanated. And of course, the woman comes from the rib of the man. Of course, she was melanated, you know, because if he was a melanated man, the woman was going to be a melanated woman. But you see, due to the Gentiles, you know, are in power, you know, so the standard of beauty, you know, most people see the standard of beauty is on the Gentiles level. Not me, though. I value melanin, you know, because once I came into the knowledge of this truth, I figured, oh, we are made in the direct image of Yah and Yahshua, not like his kind, though, because Yah, he is pure spirit. Originally, he wanted us to be like him, but due to the fall of man and sin, you know, Adam and Eve fell, you know, due to the forbidden knowledge, we shall die, because the wages of sin is death. And you see, Satan, he hates us because the Most High original plan was for us to be above the angels. He wanted us to be above the angels, the humans. You know, he loved us so much. He loved his creation so much. His original plan was to put us above the angels, and that's why Hashatan rebelled, because he figured, oh, you're gonna create this whole world for them? Because you see, you know, Hashatan and his rebellious angels, they probably looked at us as lowly creatures, the humans, you know, man, you know. Yeah, he wanted us, he was planning us to be above the angels. And that's how it's gonna be in the kingdom, you know, because we is his creation, you know. He value us a lot, especially Israel, but Israel don't value the Most High. You see, he showed his love for us, but it's the other way around. Most people, especially Israel, we want to turn they backs on the Most High. When you read the book of the prophets, whether you read Isaiah, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, Jonah, you read the book of the prophets, you see how rebellious Israel was. You know, they rejected the Most High so much, and they even rejected his son. When you read the Gospels, man, what they did to Yahshua, you know, it's to show you how much hard-headed they was and wicked. But we know a remnant is going to make it, though. A remnant is going to make it, all praises. Gonna have that remnant, that righteous remnant. I pray that y'all be found amongst that righteous remnant. If it's the will of the Father. But yeah, that's something to think about, though. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here. Yeah, they refused to pick Julius Malema. That's crazy. They gonna choose a European to rule over them in South, because Africa got like 50 something countries, about 54 countries in Africa, and we know the majority of Northern Africa is Islamic rule. Like the majority of Northern Africa, that's Islamic countries. Mm-hmm. That's crazy though. You ain't gonna see that happen in China though. That'll be weird, Let an African want to go run for rulership in China. They gonna probably execute him or kick him out. They gonna ban him from China. Let an African man go to China and say he want to be a politician out there. They ain't gonna allow that to happen. They're not gonna allow that to happen. But they figure they could go to Africa and rule certain countries in Africa. Whether it's Europeans or Chinese. Mm-hmm. The party they did, a party was chosen. But that's weird though. They're gonna choose a non-native to rule over them in South Africa. That's how you know we in a bizarre world. Keep bringing the scriptures, bro. Yeah, that's how you know we in a bizarre world. Straight up. And you gotta understand. Let's go to Galatians. You gotta understand. Most people, they have traits of the flesh, and that's another reason why you probably having a difficulty fitting in or making friends. Because you gotta understand, most people in the world, they are trying to do the works of the flesh. Galatians chapter 5, verse 19, and it reads, "Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of Yah. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. And they that are Christ's have crucified the flesh with the affections and lusts. If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit. Let us not be desirous of vainglory, provoking one another, envying one another. So you see, when you got a lot of people surrounded by people, that's what's going on. They having the traits of the flesh. If you surrounded by true friends, they're gonna have the fruits of the Spirit, and y'all not gonna be provoking one another to vainglory or envying one another. But you see, that's one of the reasons. If you walking upright, you ain't gonna fit in, because like I say, most people in the world, they all trying to do the works of the flesh. They're not trying to learn about the fruits of the Spirit, and they ain't trying to walk after the Spirit, or be led by the Spirit. They too busy being led by the flesh. This is what this American society is about, being led by the flesh. This whole Western American society, you got to have more of this, you got to have more of that, especially, in this day and age, the majority of the people, they smoking. I never thought I'd see so many younger people today smoking, they vaping. I mean, they just popping Molly. It's like you got a generation, they don't want to work no more. They on social media talking about they don't work. I understand these jobs, you got to deal with buffoonery on the job, but you got to have some kind of income, because everybody, you got some people say they'd rather be homeless than work a 9 to 5. Be like, a wise man once said, it's better to live paycheck to paycheck than to live without a paycheck, because it's more of a challenge, It's easier to live paycheck to paycheck, but it's harder to live without a paycheck, and that is true. So for all those who got y'all job, man, you better hold on to your job. Let your 9 to 5, use your 9 to 5 job as your primary. And if you want to start a little small business, that's your secondary. You got to do what you got to do. But yeah, they be vaping. Like at my job, I be see a lot of these young workers, they be vaping like it's going out of style. I'll be like, brothers and sisters. I be seeing some sisters be getting their little vapor. I be like, oh no, not the sisters too. Because usually when vaping first came out, I seen mostly it was Gentiles vaping. But man, you got a lot of brothers and sisters vaping like it's going out of style. Yeah. They vaping like crazy, even matching outfits with the color of the vapes. Exactly. It's all vain. That's vainglory, sister. That's vainglory. Exactly. They want to be seen. They want to be a social media star. And that's the problem. You got people talking about they don't want to work no more, but they want to be a social media star. They don't realize everybody can't be an influencer. And they don't realize that's a hard life to be an influencer, because you got to keep up a certain image. You're going to be you got to be under a lot of pressure. If you're an attractive woman as an influencer, you're going to be on a lot of pressure. You're going to be getting hit on by men, getting your inbox and DMs flooded from men. And then once they find out you're dealing with a man, they're going to get envious. They're going to stop supporting you. Because I see some men be, oh man, she got a boyfriend or she married, or I'm unsubscribing. I ain't supporting you no more. Oh yeah. And then they can't even get into friendship relationships or marriage. It's like that for them. Influencers for the men too, but mainly women got it bad, because as men, we are visual creatures. We fall in love with our eyes, and women fall in love with their ears, Yeah, it's crazy, man. That's why I say you don't want to be no influencer, because you got to keep up a certain image. You got to put on a character. You can't be your authentic self. You got to be politically correct, especially in this day and age, because you talk about certain communities, oh my, they're gonna come after your channel. You're gonna lose sponsorship. It's just a hot mess. You got to walk on eggshells in this daggone society. You got to walk on eggshells. Plenty of people on TV got a side job or SSI or something. But yeah, you got a lot of younger people like millennials and Gen Z. They on TikTok, Instagram, mainly TikTok, talking about, I don't want to work a 9 to 5. I'd rather be homeless. I'd rather be on the streets. But you see, you got a lot of younger folks living off their parents too. You got, and it's just not Gen Z. You got some millennials in their 30s and 40s living off their parents, don't want to work. They living because their parents probably got like a good pension or had some money, so they'd rather live home with mom and dad. At least help around the house, and they're not even helping around the house doing nothing. They just being lazy. That's sad. But yeah. It's bad enough. Wow, it's bad enough we got a homeless crisis in America, and you got people talking about they'd rather be homeless than work a job. Yeah, I understand you gotta deal with some supervisors, man. That's some a-holes, but hey, that's just you just gotta tough it up. Tough it up till you find a better job, or save up some money and start your own little business. But it's easier said than done. If you could do it, you could start a business, you could do it, but it's gonna be very challenging. And then you can't gotta watch that because you tell certain people, "Oh, I'm trying to start a business," they gonna pray against you, or they gonna hope you don't be successful because they gonna be already hating on you. You know, it's that's sad though. You can't even tell your own natural family members that you about to do something, that you about to aspire to do something, because they gonna try to come with the fear. Oh man, you sure you want to do that? Oh man, that might not work out. They come with that fear talk because they don't have the gall to try to attempt to do nothing new. Gotta be careful of that. Yeah, they want to be part of that industry. Yeah, probably is the truth. I have noticed almost them doing YouTube, even the entertainment industry, which they are having bad, like we are. Oh yeah, yeah. You got a lot of these Hollywood people going for broke. Yeah, you got a lot of these famous actors and actresses. Man, they just ain't like who they used to be. They lose. They flame is dying out slowly. See, a lot of our parents didn't leave their children nothing to inherit, which is true. But you know, you can't fault them for that because the best inheritance you could leave to the next generation is this word. You know, let them know who they are. Teach them this truth about this wicked system. Teach them, you know, how to form. You know, teach them how to do for self. But you know, the majority of our people, they ain't on that vibration because they want to follow after these entertainers. They want to be like they want to be the next superstar. They want to be the next rapper. They want to be the next entertainer. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see Brother Monster just shared something in my email. Shout out to Brother Monster Moshi. You know, shout out to Brother Ariel too. I know you probably listening in the background, Brother Ariel. If you're listening, brother, man, big salute to you, man. I know them buffoons, they trying to work a brother hard, man, you know. Man, the most I gonna deal with them. They working us all hard, man. They trying to work us all hard in this society. Hey, look, y'all willing in the kingdom, they gonna be working for our people one day in the kingdom. In righteousness, though. They're gonna be serving us our drinks and our food. And they better do a good job or you have to deal with the Sabians. Shucks. Yes, indeed. Shout out to everybody that's listening in the back. And even GMS. Okay, this is a video from GMS. GMS Vegas sit downs. And even GMS going after Pastor Dow, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out on my time though. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, even GMS going after Dow. Yeah, because yeah, I was talking about that on my live stream the other day with Pastor Murrow's son, his 14-year-old son is still missing. You know, man, I pray that young man is okay, man. Because if they did some harm to that young man, the Most High gonna really jack up straight way. Judgment already coming to straight way. They already being exposed. You know, how they gonna say they men of integrity and men of righteousness, but they wicked. You know, and when people call them for what it is, call them a cult, they want to get offended. No, you call a spade a spade. You know, yeah, Daniel, Pastor Mir, you need to come forward like a man and let the authorities know where are the whereabouts of your son. Because, you know, they concerned, his grandmother and his family concerned about him. Yeah. Indeed, brother, you're probably exactly. You know, so we really can't fault our parents for not leaving us nothing, you know. We really can't. For some parents could leave, for the so-called black parents that could leave they children something, I commend them, you know, I salute them, but we can't fault our parents, you know, because like I say, this country, you know, like you say, the way this country is set up, it make it close impossible to save something for your children. Exactly. With the inflation going up, brother, inflation, look, they don't want to raise the pay rate up. Salute and salutation, salute, Scorpio mama in the building. But yeah, the way things are, it's hard to save money. The average American don't even got 1,000 to 5,000 in their bank account, the average American, because all they got to pay their bills, you know, and that's true. The average American don't even have emergency funds because of the inflation, you know, things going up, rent going up. You got people paying these jacked up car payments. You know, like I was, you know, talking to one of my aunts, you know, I was telling her about the car payment. I was telling her because she was, I said, like, if you decide to get you a new car, don't get a brand new car. Get you like a car that's maybe 5 or 10 years old. Like, get maybe like a 2018 or 2021. You don't want to get no 2023, 24, or 25 because you're gonna be paying a sky high car note. I'm talking about an astronomical high car note. You got some people paying car payments. You'll think they're paying a mortgage, and that's a freaking car payment. They car payment by like $800 to $1,200. So you can imagine the insurance. They probably might be paying $400 for car insurance. Man, that's a scam. That's a straight up scam, man. Insurance is a scam. Everything is a daggone money racket in society. For real, for real. It's all about draining you for your money, your hard-earned money. Drunk dollar going down. Yeah, he is, because he wanna deny everything. He was trying to do damage control. What happened to that boy, Pastor Mira? You know, and then they had the audacity to do their blog talk on Friday in their Shabbat service. How dare they do that? They don't want to. What about that young man? Where he at? Where Pastor Mira's son? They want to go on to their normal proceedings and don't realize the authorities is asking questions. They need to get raided, man. Like I say, all they gotta do is sign that warrant, trying to build up, type up or write up a warrant to search that land. They need to search Straightway, Indiana, where Pastor Mira. Yeah, they need to come up with a warrant. That's all they have to do. And all that judge have to do is type up that warrant and issue it to the local sheriff or police department. They got them. They could search that land. They need to raid Straightway because I bet you they got things they don't want people to see in the public. And like I say, you know, y'all willing if they do get raided, you know who gonna suffer the most? The saints of Straightway, because they're gonna have a hard time trying to cope back into society because they've been brainwashed by the cult teachings of Straightway. It's gonna be hard for them to reconcile with their family members they cut off all them years ago. Because you know, if you join Straightway, you got to cut off your family. They make you cut off your family. Real talk. You can't have no contact with the outside world. That's like you being in prison. You can't have no contact with the outside world. That's a cult. Come on now. That's a freaking cult. That's a freaking cult. That's a huge red flag. If you can't have no Wi-Fi connection, no cell phone, no connection to the outside world, that's a huge red flag. The only ones who have outside connections to the world is the leadership. So that's a huge red flag. Yep. How is they not treating them like they treat Negroes in the projects? Man, they would have been kicked the door. Exactly, for real. Exactly, Yaquaba. If there'd have been all Negroes on there, oh yeah, they'd have been kicked the door. But like I say, he got a 501c3 charter dollar. They want to talk about they don't have no 50. Yes, they do. I think they part of some kind of organization. Come on now, all that land they got, it costs money to have all that land and building all that equipment. You know, he driving a damn near $100,000 truck. That big truck you see him driving, that big Dodge heavy duty truck, that's $100,000 truck. Yeah, but like I say, just let the Most High work. In due time, all gonna be revealed. All will be revealed, whether they like it or not. Because 2024 is the year of the exposure. 2024 is the year of the expose. Yeah, he could be getting paid by the gunner, yo. Because come on now, why didn't raid him yet? Who knows? He could probably be a government agent or something, or a plant. He might got some government agents already living among him, just to spy on him for all we know. Yeah. But yeah, hopefully they get to the bottom of this, because how the heck you ain't gonna come forward, Pastor Murray? Your son is been missing for over 12 days. It's like you don't care about your own son. You don't care about your seed. Come on now, most fathers, when their children get missing, when their child get missing, man, they be concerned for their children when their children missing. You know? But no way, yeah, he ain't making no content. He ain't showing up on a blog talk, none of that. And Pastor Dow, he just doing the damage control. NFL players just don't hang with anybody. That just make me think, yeah, because some of the straightway leaders, they former NFL players. You see, they former NFL players. Like you had a few of them, yeah, because Pastor Murray, he used to play for the Colts. You know, he used to play for the Indianapolis Colts. But yeah, what I wanted to say, yeah, that is true. He would have been better off staying in the NFL than John Straightway. See, if I was an NFL player, if I was playing for an NFL team, and I go visit Straightway, I'll go visit him. Say like if I was an NFL player, right? And I decide to go visit Straightway. Yeah, I'll go visit. But you know, I'll be like, I like what y'all got going on here, but this is not me. I believe in the Most High. I'm gonna play for the Most High in the NFL, and I ain't coming back to Straightway. That's what I'll do. I say, I'm going back to the NFL and retire. I'm gonna play till my season is over with and retire. And I'm gonna be a retired NFL player. And I'm not coming to Straightway. I'm gonna just retire and find a way to invest my money that I made with the NFL. You know, I do endorsements, you know, promotions with sports stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that was Brother Kabir. You're right, Scorpio Mama. That was Brother Kabir you're talking about. Brother Kabir. Now, see him, he was married to, I think, a Filipino woman. He gave up his Filipino wife and his children. He had all them children with that Filipino woman. And then he married a younger Israelite woman at Straightway. You know, so he was already married, but he put away his Filipino wife when he joined Straightway. And now he married a younger woman from Straightway. Yeah, I mean, it's just weird, man. Some bunch of weirdos, you know. You could tell some of them brothers that Straightway, these some weirdos, man. Some creeps. You know, a bunch of creeps that Straightway, man. And I feel sorry that some of these women had to been paired up with these creeps, you know. Because of they abusing their authority and stuff. You know, like Eric Gonzalez's daughter, man, was married off to that brother. That old brother looked like a damn serial killer. You know, married that man daughter off to that older dude. Should have married Eric Gonzalez's daughter off to a younger brother. What's that man from the cult's name? What call you talking about? Jim Jones? You talking about Jim Jones or David Koresh? Because they famous cult leaders, Jim Jones and David Koresh. And then you see who taught Pastor Dow was R.G. Stair. That's who Pastor Dow learned under, R.G. Stair. Now he died though. He been dead for a few years. R.G. Stair. Mm-hmm. Football player with Straightway. Oh, you talking about Brother Kabir? Yeah, it's Brother Kabir. He played for the Packers. And then you had Daniel Muir, or aka Pastor Muir. He played for the Colts, the Indianapolis Colts. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they doing damage control though. They doing damage control. Yeah, Kabir. Yeah, he played for the Packers. Kabir Jabaha Miller. I think he an African, I think. He 46 years old, 6'4". Yeah, I remember Sports Illustrated. They did a article on him. Pray for Kabir. Kabeer. Kabir, like beer, like you're drinking beer. Beer, like you're drinking beer. Kabeer. Just type in Kabir, and it's gonna come up in Google. Just type in Kabir, and the rest gonna come up. Kabir Jabaha Biamila. KJB. Some people call him KJB. You know, just type in KJB, the Packer, former Packer. And that's who I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah, Sports Illustrated did an article about it a few years back. Mm-hmm. Yep, he gave all that up to go with a straight way. To heck with that. I was a famous NFL player. I'll be like, man, man, I ain't joining y'all cult. I'm gonna play my seasons till I retire and go by my merry week. But enough about that, though. I'm about to get ready to sign off. Yeah, I've been on for an hour. You know, I'm gonna let y'all go. Want to keep y'all. But yeah, you know, just want to come on here and chop it up with y'all and share this message. You know, appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, you know, feed the algorithm. But shout out to everybody that watch. I appreciate y'all. You know, I'll catch y'all on the next one. This is Moshe the commentator, brother Ben, Ben, you know, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Shalom and peace.